welcome back, disc golf fans, to round 2 ChaseCard Plus coverage of the 2024 Texas State Disc Golf Championships presented by Lone Star Discs. Out here at the Brock Diamond course for FPO, we have Brock Premier for MPO. Pretty an exciting layout. Wind comes into play quite a bit out here. I'm Nathan Queen, again joined by Andrew Fish.
And you see the highs all weekend, very, very pleasant. It's been a great Texas swing, and we're going to close it out here. You see that in the FPO, getting to double digits is pretty attainable. And the same in MPO, although it was very windy on day one. So imagine those scores could go up a little bit.
Yeah, day 2, not quite as constant of a wind. There may be some gust, but definitely going to see a bit more relaxed style of play, I would say, with the wind drop.
FPO course at Brock Park, a little over 7,000 feet. Got some multi-shot holes, but everything we're going to be playing is kind of park style. This is on an old ball golf property that now features a permanent disc golf course, as well as a temporary disc golf course for the MPO side. Generally, grassy fairways. You see that out of bounds comes into play on many of these holes, but pretty attackable, Nathan.
Yeah, attackable, certainly. As we saw those couple double-digit rounds the first day. Evelina on hole 3, gonna be attacking for sure inside bullseye.
Valerie Mondahano, hole 2, plays it pretty low. You don't always get to count on skips here, but this one favorable into the bullseye for a whisker tickler.
Yeah, quite a stable disc, and even with the thick grass, if you keep the nose up a little bit, sometimes you can get that good skip. Evelina with a little bit of early release there, but touches it down to the right. Everybody will take some tree love.
Yeah, that smile says she knows she got away with it. Jessica Weiss slings a forehand.
Asking it to get right. Does get over there nicely. She'll be just outside bullseye, looking for a birdie on 4. And part of our plus coverage here, we're going to jump off a ChaseCard to somebody throwing a hot round. Kristen Tatar here on hole 9.
Absolutely. Looking to make a move, and that's a good way to do it. On the elevated 10th. Pretty challenging green, Nathan.
Yeah, back-to-back birdies, and has that super smooth, easy putt. I feel like if you see a lot of people that relaxed or lackadaisical on the putt, it's not going to go that far, and hers, hers just keeps on going.
Kat Merch with the forehand. Looked a little wobbly out the hand, but no trouble.
And back to Kristen Tatar, trying to put together the hot round of the day. Gonna have another birdie look here on 13.
Back over to Evelina Salonen. And tell you what, you give her a straight shot, she seems to execute it.
Man, she sure threw that one straight. Ends up sliding a bit long. But here's that comeback putt. And as we've seen this year, has put a lot of work in on that putting green. Go ahead and connect again for another birdie.
Tatar, the forehand on 14. And really chopping up these par 4s into very, very manageable shots.
Yeah, you see both of these par 4s, 14, 15, under 600 feet. So don't have to bite off too much. Just going to be about that placement as you see another forehand into circle 1.
Evelina Salonen on hole 15. Going to get it to stick. And those can really keep a round moving when you can connect from early circle 2.
Got Luque, or Lucky, as most people call her, stateside, with a great drive. Heiser in over on 16.
And now Evelina Salonen on 17. Tough peninsula green here. That does carry some speed across, but stays in bounds.
Yeah, very nicely done. Tough to get a disc with that much stability to stop on a little skinny green like that. As Kristen Tatar now doing it from everywhere on the course, gonna hit a big circle 2 putt.
And the water carry, iconic dock shot on 18.
And Heisering in nicely, gonna catch that DG in, Kuzi. You can't draw it up much better.
See it from the reverse angle.
Yeah, just a cool shot looking at these ladies tee off from that dock tee pad. And that shot for Kristen Tatar is going to secure that new course record, 12 under par. As you see right there, her jumping her up 7 spots all the way into a 3rd place podium spot.
And potentially in striking distance of the win. Good to see that action. We'll be back in a moment.
Over to the Brock Premier course, set up just for this event. Right around 10,000 feet, give or take a few feet on the tee signs. Pretty flat overall, but a couple drastic elevation changes on some greens or a valley you gotta throw over. Pretty attackable course, especially with that wind down today.
Yeah, no doubt. You see those birdie percentages from round 1. Those are gonna go up almost certainly. And those OBs are gonna go down.
We get into hole 1.
And that's a tough start for Ezra Aderhold.
Representing Innova Champion.
Yeah, quick mistake there, and this is now his putt for bogey after that early hit, and what an incredible save there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good things that can happen when you hit first available. And who is this?
Hey, this guy looks a little familiar. Got a Halo Thunderbird here. I thought I might have rung it up for a second.
I mean, that would be nice. Fortunately, you came in on such a good angle that you're barely going to have to putt.
Yeah, let's see how close it actually was here from the backside.
Honorable bid on a tough hole. Like, you have to commit to the shot. There's OB left and right.
Yeah, and Ezra, very smooth forehand there, trying to give it that same bid. Bounces right up to it.
Jump over to Matt Oram from way down the hill on the 5th.
Yeah, and not knowing for sure, but likely a par save if he rolled all the way down there.
And you're going to be attacking for your birdie attempt on 3.
Oh.
And that's the that's the hazard.
Oh. Curls in, stayed in bounds. Heading right towards that OB for a moment. Here Ezra. Able to connect for a birdie with 2 nice hyzers to reach this 870-foot par 3.
Yeah, I tell you what, bonus power there. The blind 4th. As Aderhold swings it nice and wide, pushes the backside trees, and dunks into the circle.
Yeah, you can't make it look much easier. I think that's how you want to draw up hole 4. Hole 5, you've got a couple different options. Right side
Is that an option?
Yeah, there's option 1, right side and hit the basket.
Option 2, I imagine, is left side, come up a little bit short, but no matter, gonna jam it.
Yeah, that was a nice putt. I liked that one. So we get to Simon here on the par 5 8th, going huge up over top of the trees.
There was a light crosswind that kind of lets that shot ride out, and I imagine that'll give Simon a chance at the eagle.
Yeah, lengthy putt there. Ezra keeping some more birdies going here on hole 7. And back to that par 5. Not very far left after 2 big shots. He's going to put himself close for another birdie.
And that's kind of what you're supposed to do on those par 5s. Now over to hole 9. And that stays up, glides in.
Yeah, that was a fun one to watch live. We all knew it out of his hand. It just had the pace on it. Great putt there from Ezra, about 75 feet or so.
Now on hole 10, low ceiling, the difficulty here. You're going to stand this shot up, let it glide.
That was my shot of the round right there. That was just over 400 feet. And just threw a little too low off of the tee, and I couldn't have gotten the height better for that.
And pretty favorable scooch into about 15 feet or so to grab another bird. 8er hold from step putt range.
And he had that thing dialed in today. I warmed up with him, and I don't remember him missing many warming up, and he's kept it that way during the round.
Lazat, Huver on the 12th. You wonder why he came up that short. Isn't distance his big thing? But even so, going to card the bird. Jake Hebenheimer, also on the 12th.
Yeah, big power out of Arkansas. Gonna skip up and be just a couple feet short. We really thought that one was going in from the tee.
Oh, go in. Go in!
Wow. The force over didn't quite stay over, but the trees had other ideas.
Yeah, like I said during the FPO, everybody will take some tree love. And a nice touch there. Still likely would have been circle 2 without the touch, but now he doesn't have to putt.
Isaac Robinson, so casual, tucks it in. He knows he got away with a little bit of a putt, or a low putt. 15. Strong forehand from Ezra Aderhold.
Yeah, again, looking very smooth. Gets a big skip, but's going to stay out of the woods.
And we know you love your left to right shots.
Oh, yeah, this is that same Halo Thunderbird. Pretty easy standard hyzer for me on this one.
Over to 16, par 3, playing a little bit downhill.
Beautiful force over. That's a zone.
Oh, that's a zone.
That's a zone.
Yeah, that was very, very straight. Now for yourself, this looks a little bit left side, huh?
Yeah, going Gator here. I found an accidental very good line. I pulled that a little bit, but it's up there, right inside circle 1.
Robert Burridge.
Yeah! I told you, dude! I told you!
Big hit for birdie there. Jake very excited. We had a good time today.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it. Now to try to close it out, Ezra Aderhold. And he's going to go from first available on hole 1 to cashing his last available putt on 18.
Yeah, 11 under par for the round. What a comeback after that first drive on hole 1.
The story of the day, probably Anthony Barella, if I had to guess. Shoots 1100, opening up a commanding lead. But thank you so much for joining us on this ChaseCard Plus coverage of the 29th Texas State Championships presented by Lone Star Disc.
Yeah, excited to be out here. We've got 1 round to go. Make sure you guys tune in for that ChaseCard Plus coverage. For Andrew Fish, I'm Nathan Queen. We'll see you guys out there.